This is Anthony, my audience member. He's also going to be my cameraman for today. My name is Colin Patterson, and today I'm delivering my persuasive speech for stem cell research. And off the bat, I'll go off and talk about how I have some level of credibility with this. Why it might, matter to me and other audience members as well is the fact that stem cells can be used for helping crippling and debilitating illnesses, stuff like cancer, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and all sorts of other things that we'll go over. But it really hits close to home to me because we have a lot of family members in our family who have had these debilitating illnesses that would be helped a lot by stem cell research. But first, we'll get into exactly what are stem cells. So according to the Mayo Clinic, stem cells are special human cells without an assigned task and can be turned into any kind of human cell for any sort of purpose, really. So for example, this can be used to regrow tissue by using stem cells to create more and more, straight up grow organs while also repairing things that are very intricate that we can't do surgically for things like brains, spinal cord injuries, and many other things of the like. Now the main thing that goes along with this argument is the moral debate for it. That we'll get into, but the main thing with the stem cells, that's kind of the big catch, is the fact that you can only get them from unborn fetuses, which are usually gained through abortion, which obviously is its own political topic, which is why there's some stuff for that. But here's some things that stem cells can help with. Paralysis. Like I was talking to you about earlier, there's things like the spinal cord injuries, anything like that relating to the nervous system as well. That can be repaired with stem cells, as with the stem cells what will happen is they'll take some of the tissue, apply it to the stem cells. The stem cells will then mimic the tissue that's being healed up, for example, in this case the spinal cord or neurons, nervous system, and it would repair it and allow some people to get full mobility back from their paralysis. Another thing that we're looking into right now for research is actually lost organs. You can make organs by, for example, if you get some liver tissue, put some of the tissue with some stem cells. If you put it in a dish for a while called a petri dish, over time it will grow with nutrients into a fully functioning organ that can be given to people. Though currently it's experimental, which is why I think we need to really focus on it and why it's good. Another big thing is cancer. I've had family members who've had this before. Cancer has affected a lot of different people in my life, like my grandma. She made it through, but a lot of people who have been lost to it could have been helped through stem cell research. Cancer can, what it generally does, because the tumors, it'll create body mass parts that are not supposed to be in the body, and upon taking those out you lose a lot of organic tissue that can only be recovered through stem cells, which is a big one for that. Type 1 diabetes, stem cells can be used to repair your insulin gland. So the diabetic people can actually have working glands that give insulin, and they can be triggered and somehow even be cured of what is generally considered a genetic disease. And burn victims, for example, heavy scarring, melted skin, irreparable stuff. Stem cells, when applied to that skin area over time with treatment, can actually begin to regrow the skin back to its original form and no longer be debilitating and not have that look anymore. It can also be used to stop Alzheimer's, which is a really big one because it can repair the nervous system. The brain, once again, similar thing with the paralysis. Another one is strokes, generally things that are irreparable, like those blood vessels and such that are very fragile, people suffer from and usually die from, can be repaired over time with treatment and life support, and people who are susceptible to strokes can be reduced. And then one of the other final ones, this isn't even the limits of it, it's lots more of this, is Parkinson's disease. Obviously that's the one where people can't control their arms and stuff like that, they twitch, they shake. And one of the things that this can help with is that, once again, it's like the paralysis or the Alzheimer's ones where they use nervous system tissue and apply it to areas they're having issues with conducting neurons, which can be repaired by the stem cells. According to David Bostwick, who is a doctor who did an expose on cancer and also growing things with stem cells, this right here is a stem cell grown liver. Now, I know it looks very technological, there's a lot of stuff that goes on with that, but the main thing about it is that It's small and it's growing, but there is in fact going to be a fully functioning liver. Now, on to the last big part of the debate, the moral debate of it all. Benjamin Capps goes to show in one of his journals about the moral debate behind this is that a lot of cases like things like these, things that are new, modern, and developing that seem to give a lot of shortcuts can be even seen as unnatural by a lot. And I also believe that backs up that this is one of those things where it's something new, not exactly understood, and people have an issue understanding it. And because the main issue is that you have to get it from aborted fetuses. Now, people will often get abortions anyways, so we should capitalize on it while we have it. And along with that, with people saying it's unnatural, these are stem cells, the things that are required to be making human beings and human life as we know it, so I don't really see anything more natural than that. Now, moving on to the conclusion of this, I believe that you should really support stem cell research and really work on researching it, seeing how it can help you, your family members, and helping continue it and support it, because it can help a lot of people who may be close to you who might have a debilitating disease that can be fixed by this, or the people who are close to me who have affected me and drawn me toward this argument. Thank you very much for your time.